Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Coming up next, the news with Mike Slater.
Thank you, Bill. It's Monday, August 7th, 2023. Here's what's happening today in America. Trump makes a request. NASCAR driver suspended. Women's World Cup team embarrassed. And an extra debate on the schedule. It's all coming up. Then Bill will be here with your message of the day. But first, Donald Trump will ask a federal judge to recuse herself from the trial. He said, there's no way I can get a fair trial with the judge assigned to the ridiculous freedom of speech, fair elections case. Everybody knows this, and so does she. She was appointed by Obama, and she also gave some of the harshest sentences to January 6th defendants in the whole country. NASCAR driver Noah Gragson suspended indefinitely for a meme that he liked on Instagram. He just liked it. Now, no article ever says what the meme was, so I'll tell you. It was a picture of a crab with the face of George Floyd. And the text said, under the knee, as in the song from The Little Mermaid, Under the Sea. NASCAR is very woke. No surprise he was suspended for that. And in an effort to save his career, he groveled, I am disappointed in myself for my lack of attention and actions on social media. I understand the severity of this situation. I try to treat everyone equally, no matter who they are. I messed up, plain and simple. The women's national soccer team embarrassed in the World Cup. They barely made it through the group stage. With just seconds remaining, Portugal hit the post, and that would have sent America home. But they made it on to the group of 16. They were criticized, by the way, in that game, because after it, they were dancing in the middle of the field and smiling and taking selfies. But yesterday, they lost to Sweden in penalty kicks, led by a miss from the captain and Victoria's Secret model, Megan Rapinoe. This is a team that has knelt during the national anthem during the Olympics, wore Black Lives Matter jackets in national matches. They become an activist group, with Rapinoe leading the way. It's sad to see people root against any Team USA, but they deserve it. When Gavin Newsom was interviewed by Sean Hannity a couple weeks ago, Newsom said he's up for a debate with Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis has finally agreed. Probably good for both of the governors because they'll both look like frontrunners in their respective parties. Newsom, of course, the governor of California. DeSantis, the governor of Florida. DeSantis, though, is being mocked by Newsom because DeSantis has a couple rule change suggestions. He wants an opening video from each campaign and a live audience, split 50-50. They do both agree that it should be 90 minutes and moderated by Sean Hannity. I'm Mike Slater. The great Bill O'Reilly has your message of the day. Next.
Are you struggling to make ends meet and cannot wipe out that credit card debt? Did you know the average credit card interest rate right now? Almost 25%. It's suffocating. But if you're a homeowner, American Financing can help you get some relief by using the equity in your home to pay off high interest debt, consolidating credit card debt into your home loan at a lower interest rate is a much smarter way for you to manage your budget. So please call their consultants today and see for yourself how American Financing is saving their customers an average of $700 a month. Please call 888-462-9557. 888-462-9557 or visit AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. On this Monday, let's talk about young Americans smoking pot. That stat up 250% over the past few years. And the pot itself is 10 times stronger than what the hippies were smoking in the 1960s. Now, my son is 19 years old, and here's what I told him. If you get into the world of narcotics, pot included, then your life is going to take a drastic turn for the worse, because nothing good leads from this. And your generation is going to be the most drug-addled in the history of the United States because of the drive to legalize drugs and no punishment for selling drugs. So your generation is going to have more access to more drugs, including strong marijuana, than Americans have ever had before. And many of your generation are going to get involved with drugs. Those people are going to find it very hard to compete in our society. And if you, my son, avoid drugs, alcohol, and other destructive pursuits, you are going to prosper because the competition is going to be far less. Responsible people in your generation are going to be fewer, and you will stand out, which means a satisfactory life is easier. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. You can reach me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. Now let's go to the mail. Shirley, voters are responsible for electing politicians' office. Anyone can run for office as the voters who determine if the candidate is qualified and capable. A minuscule number of voters actually research the candidate. It's true. It's true. I mean, people are busy. They depend on the media, which is undependable. So, system's crashing. Carl, when I was in Vietnam, Bob Hope came to visit. We forgot about the hell we were living in and were transported back to the States for a few hours. I will never forget what he did for us. We did a Bob Hope tribute last week on his 100th anniversary of his life, but he's dead, of course. Al, Bob Hope entertained in Vietnam when I was there. I did not get to see him, however. Bob was the greatest morale booster ever for the troops over there. Those lovely girls who left the comforts of home to come to a war zone, I salute them all. They were good shows. I followed that closely. I just want to say I really respect everybody who served in Vietnam, who answered the call from their country, even though it was a misguided call and not the politicians sold you out. They did. They sold you. LBJ and, Nixon wrapped it up, but they weren't looking out for you. So I salute all the Vietnam vets. Stephen Koch. Found your program on the first, hooked on the No Spin News. I want to keep what's going on, but I don't know if it's good for my health. I get very angry and upset with the swamp. Also, where is Dennis Miller these days? Look, I get angry with the swamp too. Good for your health. It's better for your health if you know what's going on, because you're going to get blindsided if you don't. So more information you get, the better. Miller's retired. Miller's telling me he's living large out in California and Idaho. He's flouncing around. Maybe someday we'll bring him back. In a moment, something you might not know. If you own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles and have an auto warranty about to expire or have no warranty at all, listen up. Car Shield has a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that's now available to the public. Save on out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. So please call Car Shield now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. 800-925-7584 for a free quote. This protection plan is at an all-time low in price. Drivers who activate the vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. So please call for your free quote, 800-925-7584, 800-925-7584. Hey, what do you have to lose? 800-925-7584. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 595 years ago today, farmers in rural Switzerland demanded local authorities initiate public investigations into hundreds of people. Their alleged crimes, conspiring with Satan. Here is the story. Today, the small Swiss region of Valais is famous for wine, tourism, and the Matterhorn mountain. But in the early 15th century, the area was a site of Europe's first witch trials. In the summer of 1428, dozens of neighbors began accusing each other of secret pacts with the devil. Hundreds of people were arrested. Most of the accused were poor males, although some were educated. A third were women. On August 7th, 1428, the first of the witch trials began. Under extreme torture, The alleged witches confess to the following. They met at night in cellars, where the devil himself lectured them in the guise of a schoolmaster. In return for avoiding Catholic Mass and confession, Satan gifted his congregation with special powers. They could allegedly fly on chairs and brooms. Others admitted to the ability to shift into wolves. Most declared the devil had granted them the power to kill their neighbors. Within 18 months, at least 200 people were executed in Switzerland for witchcraft. Some were decapitated, but most burned to death. The hunt quickly spread to other parts of Europe. More trials began in France, Germany, England, and Scotland. The Protestant Reformation in the 16th century caused even more witchcraft accusations between Catholics and Protestants. In total, 12,000 Europeans were executed for witchcraft. And here's something else you might not know. The hysteria spread to the New World, especially New England. I write about that in my upcoming book, Killing the Witches, The Horror of Salem, Massachusetts. That book, which will scare you, is out September 26th. Back after this. In these tough times, owing money to the IRS can be overwhelming, leaving you confused about the right approach. Scary radio ads about the IRS only add to the stress. But you can relax and breathe easy with Tax Relief Advocates, TRA. Regardless of whether you owe $5,000 or $50,000 in tax debt, TRA ensures you no longer have to fear the IRS. With a proven 3-step resolution process and expertise in IRS special programs, TRA helps taxpayers get back on track, boasting 5-star ratings on Google and Yelp, plus an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. TRA is the trusted choice. If you feel trapped by the IRS and debt, do not lose hope. TRA can significantly reduce or eliminate your tax burden and offers a guarantee no payment if they cannot reduce your tax debt. Please visit TRA.com or call 800-575-2193, 800-575-2193. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.